Almost 2 years ago, we got news while I was at work that we were all being sent home and that we would be working at home until further instruction. And so I didn't really complain about that too much. I'm generally kind of introverted, so I was looking forward to working in my basement down here. About a year later, so a year ago, I started realizing that, I kind of wanted to talk to people about stuff. So I decided I was going to get a little bit more serious about posting on the old YouTubes. I didn't have any plans what I was going to talk about, just that I was tired of sitting by myself down here in my basement all day long, and every once in a while I wanted to talk about something. About all I know is deer hunting and reloading presses and a little bit of competition shooting and stuff like that. If you watched my other videos, yeah, you have a pretty good cross-section of stuff I like to talk about. I didn't have any goals at all, except I want to do something kind of fun. I did decide though that if I started putting out videos and I hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so by the end of 2021, that I'd keep doing it. I don't have any other plans. I'm not going to make a living doing this, just something fun I like to do. And wouldn't you know it, actually within the last week of 2021, we hit 1,000 and a little bit more. I don't know what you guys are doing, that you don't have something better to do besides watching me, but thanks a lot. I appreciate it. That's really super cool. So going into 2022, again, I don't have any goals other than I'll keep talking about stuff that's interesting, and hopefully it's interesting to you guys too. That's about as serious as I'm gonna get on any of my videos. But I did want to say a real serious thank you to you guys that are watching, that are subscribing, commenting. I really like going through your comments and answering comments and questions and all that. So keep that up. If you know anybody else that might be interested in this kind of stuff, pass it along. So, in the spirit of saying thank you, I put on one of my nicest shirts. Got a collar, clean hat, and I thought we'd do something kind of fun. If you've watched any of my other kind of rifle or gear review videos, you'll notice that one of the first things I like to do when I get a new rifle in is to tear it all apart and see how it works, because I want to know, and I'm pretty sure there's some folks out there that also want to know. I decided when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I was going to get me a new optic. And wouldn't you know, it came in. So, in this video, we're going to do a teardown of this critter, show you some features of it, kind of take a deep dive, and we're going to talk about this one. So stay tuned, and we'll probably talk to the warranty department here in a little bit too, so we'll see. Stick around. Don't hear anything that sounds like broken glass, so we're good to go. All right, let's see what's in here. Ooh, bet you weren't expecting this quality item, were you? We got us a 2 to 7 powered optic, the finest that you can get straight from China. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what it is because it really doesn't matter. And before anybody gets too upset, I explicitly asked for donations for a scope that was, kind of on its way out of somebody's life. And this is what we ended up with. So, I'm going to bring you in here a little closer, and let's take a look at this bad boy. Alright, so, initial impressions. It's black. It's got this really nice like no slip, grippy gum texture on it. Kind of feels like, you know, electrical tape that's been left in a car window too long. That's actually kind of nice because, you know, it's no slip, right? It's collecting like dog hair and dryer lint, not pipe tobacco? I don't know, whatever this is. So that's pretty cool. Comes with some rings. Yep, those are rings. Let's take those off of there so we can look at the rest of the scope. Yeah. That's the wrong size wrench. Let me get a different one. This one? Nope. This one? Nope, also wrong. This one, surely. Oh, hey, something happened. There we go. Take that out of there and, I see what we're doing here. Okay. Now we're gonna set these. Ooh, it's even no slip underneath there. It's yeah, definitely rubber cement or something. We'll file these away in the probably keep pile. Those are nice. We've got some caps. Ooh, the thread-on kind. You don't see those except on the high-end stuff. Go ahead and take those off of there. We got a cap on the old go left, go right selector knob. Move that over here. Aha! This is something you don't see except on some real specific application stuff. A lot of times your elevation and your windage, you know, that's if you mount it this way. Normally this is your elevation, this is your windage, but it's universal on these. Are either in minute of angle or mils. This one is in 1/4 inch clicks on both sides. Now, where that 1/4 inch is measured, don't worry about it. It's not important. 1/4 inch clicks. Pretty cool. Also, the up and downer knob, calibrated in yards for a 2240 grainer. That's pretty handy. That's what I shoot. Yeah, pretty neat. Alright, so it's got some glass in the front and glass in the back and twisty knobs and reticle seems to be some sort of crosshairs looking thing. That'll be handy. Kind of was hoping there'd be more to talk about on this. Let's go a little deeper. Let's see. No fun getting a new rifle unless you know, strip it down and see what's on the inside. So let's do some of that. This back piece twists right out of there. Not much effort. It has some grease on there. That's handy. That's so you can, you know, assemble and reassemble as many times as you want and all that good stuff. And looky there. There's the old back end looker through her. Pretty neat. And yep, we got us a wire crosshairs down in there. You don't want none of those, you know, super fancy etched glass reticles. The wire's plenty fine. Wonder what else we got in there. Let's you know, if it's threaded, that means you can take it apart just as easy as you put it together. So let's see what else we got in here. Boy, I really like this no slip gummy texture. It's that's pretty handy. We have run into a roadblock. Seems like they don't want you taking that off of there. There's a little threaded ring down inside there. We'll have to deal with that at some point. Alright, let's look at the front piece. Let's see. Well, wouldn't you know, they also put a ring in the front of there. I bet we can get around that. More tools, that's all you need. Wouldn't you know, that spins too, and it's nice and gritty. So let's see what happens if we spin this thing out of there. I'm sure this is exactly how they do it at the factory. Judging by all the marks in there, probably is. This is taking too long. I'm starting to lose interest. Surely there's a better way. Alright, so I took a deep breath and decided if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. So before we get too crazy, let's try slipping these little rings out of here. It's going to take me a minute, but don't worry. I'll fast forward you to get to the end, which is probably what you're wanting to do right now anyhow with this whole video. I don't blame you. I'll have to admit, I wasn't really expecting that. Glad I didn't have my face down in front of there. Huh. Guess we'll never know what that was. Alright, so I took a few minutes, went and changed my pants, gathered my wits about me, looked around the basement and found, I don't know, most of the pieces. At least the one that has the old see-through part, and I think that's kind of the important one. Yeah, now that I'm looking back on it, that kind of makes sense, because that focus ring had some tension on it, and that had to come from somewhere, and apparently it came from this big old, looks like a bicycle seat spring kind of thing. Be aware. Yeah. So, I got front end bits over there. Let's see what else we got going on here. That screw is out. Wonder if this will... Yep, now we got that little screw out. Ooh. Some more mystery petroleum-based Vaseline, I think. Little stuff in there, and our focus ring, also measured in yards, going from 15 all the way up to the maximum of affinity, and maybe even a little beyond. Toss that in the front pile. Alright. What else we got? Ooh, there's that ring in the back end looky through here, so let's see what we got there. Oh, something else fell out. There's a little ring. Well, let's see what this happens. Unscrew it. Huh. Little eyebrow splitter cup. So, it's handy. Put that over in this pile. Another little lock ring thingy-mabob. We're gonna... Neato. And there's some more fasteners and some more goo and that kind of stuff. Alright, let's keep going. Just occurs to me that my nice operating cloth I've got here, this white background with all the horrible shadows on it that makes it so you can't really see anything. Yeah, that might have came off the guest bed. Wife is not going to be happy. Again. Alright. Now what? Do something. Hey, there's the dog. occurs to me that that's probably going to want to come out of there. Heh, it does. So there's a tubular thing in there. I wonder how the guy pushes that out. Warranty! Alright, so here's the tube with all the magic in it. And, I'm gonna bet we don't... Nobody's here, dog! I got her excited. I'm gonna guess we're not gonna get this back together, but never know. Crosshairs in there. Alright, now what else we got? Wonder what happens in this part of the scope. Only there was a way. Stay. Alright, now it's time to get serious. On an actual serious note, if you're going to do any of this scope maintenance at home, protect yourself. You know, gloves are a good idea. You can't see it. I've got a mask on. You know, we want to take care of ourselves. Also, since we want this to be clear when we put her all back together, let's keep all the dust out of that. Let's see what's going on in here. They, actually kind of surprised. This is a one-piece tube through here, so no way to know till we dig in. I'll admit, kind of expecting something to fly out of there. I shouldn't have been. I looked through there. There wasn't anything. I'll be darned. Yep. Let me go clean this up. I'll be right back. So I had to take a trip out to the garage and clean it up a little bit with the old, you know, auto parts store gun cleaner in an aerosol can method, which worked well. Except it took most of my rubberized, grippy goo texture off of there. Dang it! I'm gonna have to... I'm sure I can buy that somewhere. So, yeah, once you get inside there, you can see there's just a couple of little spring-loaded brass nubs that push the old tube around inside there. That's how you set your up and downs and your lefts and rights. Not much else going on. I'll be... I don't know if I feel like cutting this apart. I don't know what else to say. Except that I'm going to have to go back and re-watch all this. Try to remember how this goes back together. I'll let you know. But in the meantime, thanks for muddling through all this. I realize... you know, some of this may have been a little advanced for some of you. That's okay. We're all learning. Best thing you can do if you don't understand anything is just go do it. That's how you learn. You learn by doing, you learn by taking apart, you learn by putting it back together, you learn by messing up. I mess up a lot. So, just go do it. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you do decide to, you know, do one of these scope teardowns for some maintenance or whatever, yeah, don't tell them I sent you. That's not a good idea. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.